All right, hello. Another story. I'm trying to finish up this club because there's actually 2 or 3 more clubs that I did, and there's just so many different stories and things with this that I want to try to hurry up and get some of these stories out of the way that happened. So let's see what we got here. Okay, all right. This was towards the end of my clubbing time at that club because I was getting ready to close her down. So we do body checks and stuff when people come in, and sometimes you take up different things. Some people might have like a bong or something stupid. In Japan, drugs, that's a big topic. Drugs in Japan are a complete no. It doesn't matter if you have an ounce of weed or an ounce of coke to a pound of coke, you get the same punishment, and it's severe. If you get caught, and the way they do it here is if I'm carrying some kind of drug and we're in a car together, we're all punished by the same thing because you were in the same car as me with the same house. So drugs here is a serious matter. It's just I'll go over that again later, but don't come here thinking you're going to find some easy hits or whatever, because it's extremely expensive. It's hard to find, and the way the cops do it here is if I get caught for say having something, and even the medication that people take in the States for ADD or ADHD or whatever, what is it called? Can't even think. Adderall or something like that, I think it is. So that's illegal here, and there is no supplement for it whatsoever, because here ADHD, ADD, all that stuff is not even a topic. I mean, I'm sure there's people that have these kind of things, but it's not something that's worth it, and they don't have any medication to replace it. It's just completely illegal because of what it can be used for, I guess, for helping cut cocaine or whatever it is for. I don't know, but it is completely illegal. So some people come over here like CEOs from other companies. They have ADHD. They've been taking that their whole life. Baseball players come here and they have it and they don't think about it, and then they pop positive for like a drug test because it'll pop in their doping, or they get caught with it and they test the pills and they find out it's Adderall or whatever the pill is, and they go to jail or they get kicked out of the country. It's an illegal substance. It's like carrying cocaine here. So there is no, oops, sorry, I had a pound of coke on me, I didn't know it was illegal. There is none of that. You have the cocaine on you, you go to jail. So you have those pills, you go to jail. So that's something you need to check. A lot of countries, I think Dubai or one of those areas around there, you can't have poppy seeds. So if you brought in a poppy seed muffin, you can go to jail. I mean, things like that. It's just check your do's and don'ts before you come into a country. That's huge. So we do body checks. We take this stuff off, so we make sure nobody brings in drugs. And one guy had brought in it was like a switchblade, but it was like a comb. But he created it to be like a knife. It was like really generic. I don't think it would even, and why he had it, I don't know. Maybe he thought it looked cool, maybe it was a joke, but we took it from him. We confiscated it. And so I don't know what it was. I collected a lot of these things, like these little stupid things we took. I always collected them. Just had a collection at my house. So I had this thing in my backpack. And a couple stories ago, I told you I always fought with this leader of these catch guys, these guys that try to pick up girls. And he's a mafia. He was wearing a white suit. I poured the wine on him. I had the wine poured on him. We kicked him out of the club. So now he's not allowed in the club, and now I'm kicking out all his people. I'm just purposely causing issues to get his people banned, and he's figuring it out. So one day we're leaving, and it's me, my assistant manager, my head of security, which is like kind of like a bodyguard. We walk out the back door, and it's midnight. I mean, we're the only ones working. It's like a Sunday night. There's nobody there. We close up the club, and as I'm walking to the street, 2 big Japanese bodyguard guys, say, "Hey, the boss would like to speak with you. Could you please get in the car?" If you come to Japan and you do something stupid or somewhere, or you bump into somebody wrong, or you make a mistake, you do not get into a car with the people. That should be common knowledge. It's not stranger danger. It's death. What they do is they put you in a car, they drive you somewhere, way out in the boonies. They take your wallet, your ID, everything about that. They beat you up, and then they tell you have 1 month or 2 months to pay them a certain amount of money to get your ID back or your passport. If they get a hold of your passport, you're screwed. Then you have to pay them this money or you don't get it back. And then they know where you're staying. They know where you live. They have all your information. So it's just, that's how they work over here. And I mean, anybody that's been here over 2 months knows this. That's what they do. That's their thing. They do this to Japanese people. Put them in the car, drive them out, take their license. They know where they live. You've got 5 months or you've got 2 months to pay us $50,000 or we come and we, threaten them. They threaten them. So this is their system. So I said, I'm not getting in the car. If you want to talk, come up to the office. We'll go around the corner, we'll talk, but I'm not getting in the car. So, my assistant manager and the head of security, they said, I was like, hold on, it's all right, guys. So he rolls down, the boss guy's in the back seat, he rolls down his window. He's like, look, I just want to talk. Please get in the car so we can do this. And it's the driver, the one security guard, bodyguard type guy, another bodyguard type, and then him. So I'm going to sit in the middle of 4 guys? I don't think so. So I was like, look, I'm not getting in the car. So I'm telling these Japanese bodyguards this, and they're freaking out because I don't think anybody's ever told them no. They're just like, you have to. It's like, I don't have to because I'm not going to. It's not going to happen. If you want to do this, we'll do this right now. I'm not getting in the car. You want to talk, we'll go up to the office. So, the boss, he tells them, get him in the car, let's do this. Let's go, hurry up. So they're like, unit, and he goes to touch me, the security and the guys, they block it, grab their arms. They're like, no, you don't touch him. So they're like, you have to get in the car. I was like, I'm not getting in the car. This is the 3rd time. I'm not getting in the car. It's not going to happen. So you guys can leave. There's no option here. So they just don't know what to do because they're just looking at the boss. They're looking at the driver. He rolls his window back down. It's a tinted windows. It's like a Crown, a Toyota, something. It's not even a Mercedes or anything, not a Jaguar or anything good. It's just a cheap car. He's a low level. So, he might have really just wanted to talk. I'm sure he was just trying to say, hey, I'm sorry, could you please let me back in the club, buy me. Maybe he had a surprise for me to buy me something to say, he wanted back in the club. I don't know, but I'm not getting in the car. So he was like, just get in the car. I'm tired of this, hurry up. So I was like, oh, you know what? And I pull out the backpack and I pull out that little switchblade fake toy thing. And I hold it up. And I was like, you know what? I'll get in the car. I'll get in. I said, you're probably going to die. The driver, I'm going to leave him alone because he needs to drive the car. But you, definitely you're going to get stabbed. And depending on how you guys react, we'll see what happens to the boss. I said, so if we're going to do this, open the door. Let's go. And they looked at him and he kind of looked at them. And he snaps his fingers like, get in the car. They get off and drove away. That was it. I've never seen them after that, except for one of my security was dating a Russian girl who worked for one of their little buy me drink bars. And she came in one day and was like, it was like 3 weeks later, said that they were going to do something to the club. So, be ready. She's not supposed to tell us because, she works for them. But so we were like, yeah, whatever. What are they going to do? But what they did was they brought in like a smoke bomb, like a tear gas bomb or something, and they dropped it in the middle of the club. And it smoked out the club. Everybody had to leave. But once we hit the big ventilation air things, because it was a new building, so it was set up to ventilate in case of a fire. This huge fan it sucked everything out. Yeah, it was a mess at first. We lost a lot of customers that night, but after the thing was clear, we just let everybody back in. It was no problem at all. It wasn't like tear gas. It was just like a smoke bomb. Of course, I had to talk to the cops and everything. We couldn't say that the Russian girl had told us about it, but that was the last time I saw them. Oh, that's it. That's my pulling the knife on the dumbass white suit guy. Hope you enjoy.